Hi, welcome to Online Active Learning Series. My name is Kamarudin. In this video, I will share with you how to systematically design online active learning class using Bookend approach. This video is part of Online Active Learning Series. Please subscribe, like, and share our videos to know more about online active learning. In our previous video, we have discussed that synchronous online learning is equal to face-to-face learning. In this video, I will share with you how to systematically design an online active learning class. Before we discuss further, let's define what is active learning and online active learning. Active learning is defined as to make our lectures active. For example, rather than making our class passive by giving a straight 1-hour lecture, we design our class by adding several activities in between lectures to make sure our class is active. On the other hand, online active learning is defined as making our online lectures active. This is very important, especially if we have synchronous online class, where most of the students will be passive. We need to have several online activities in between online lectures to make our online class active. These are two examples of 1-hour synchronous online learning class design. At the left-hand side is the common design of synchronous online learning class. I do believe most of us are quite familiar with this design. On the other hand, at the right-hand side is an example of synchronous online active learning class design using Bookend approach. It can be clearly seen that there are several activities between lectures. This is an example how to design synchronous online active learning class using Bookend approach, together with some example of online application for respective online activities. As we discussed previously, we need to make our online lectures active. This can be systematically achieved by adding several online learning activities in between online lecture as shown here. The online class usually will start with online attendance. Students will scan the attendance code using UTM Smart application. This is for example of UTM case or any other similar application. This will take about 5 minutes. Next, there is what we call online advanced organizing. Some call it induction, which will take place about 5 minutes maximum. The objective of this activity is to recap, to recall the previous learning, or to introduce the next learning. We can use Kahoot, Mentimeter, Socrative, or any similar application for this purpose. Then we will have a maximum of 15 minutes of synchronous online lecture using either Zoom, WebEx, Google Meet, or any other similar application. We are very familiar with this, right? So no problem. But please take note that online lectures cannot be more than 15 minutes in order to maintain student attention to our lecture. The next activity after lecturing for 15 minutes is called online intermittent discussion. In this activity, usually we will have a student to make a short discussion related to previous lecture. The selection of online application is totally depend on the type of activity that we want to use. For example, our application is Padlet, Google Jamboard, WhatsApp, or any similar application. This usually will take about 5 minutes. Then after that, we will continue with the second part of our online lecture for about 50 minutes. So no problem here, very clear. Then we go to the last part of this activity or under Bookend approach, which we call it closure. This usually will take about 5 minutes. The objective of this activity is to summarize or to close our 1-hour learning. Again, the selection of online application will be totally depend on the type of closure activity that we want to use. The example of application here can be formative, Mentimeter, Socrative, or any other similar application. This is an example how we implemented online active learning using Bookend approach. We will discuss this example in more detail in our next video. My name is Kamaruddin. Thank you for watching.